Right, we're going to open the floor up and see if we get any questions. Please try and ask some interesting questions. Don't be scared to ask anything. It can be about the magic, it can be about Jimmy.
Can I ask a question? Why,
Yes, you can.
Why did you start doing magic with Jimmy? And yeah, why did you start doing it?
Right, okay, it started in 2003 when I started working with Jimmy, and another guy that I used to work with who's sadly passed away now, Joe, used to weave baskets for a magician. And he used to tell me stories on how much he misses magic, because part of the payment for weaving the baskets was for him to go and watch the show. This was before he lost his sight. And then now he's lost his sight, he really misses magic because he used to love it. So then I knew a little bit of magic, not a tremendous amount, the same as now really. And it was trying to adapt that so it could be sort of accessed. So Jimmy was and is and always will be the guinea pig, because Jimmy's got a love for life and he will try anything, even if he has no idea at all what it is, he will say yes. So I had a meeting with a few friends that are magicians just to give me some ideas. They help with the technical side of things, and then I sort of work it out what's best where Jimmy's concerned. And it was the vanishing silk that we did first, the disappearing handkerchief. And the reaction was magic. It was, to him, it was real. So that started in 2003, and then it's sort of slowly progressed on and off. Couple of big Blackpool conventions that we did, that we was funded by Darren Brown and Uri Geller, which was quite nice because that enabled Jimmy to meet other magicians and find out a bit more about different types of magic, and also have a lot of hands-on access to tricks, because there's a lot of stuff obviously that doesn't work, but there's a lot of stuff that can work. So there it was nice to be able to go around the stalls and sort of try stuff then and there, rather than laying out the money and then getting back and it don't work. So that was good in that respect. Although he wasn't overly keen on Blackpool because it was very cold. Apart from that, it was alright. And when we used to go there, we went 3 or 4 times on a trot, and it was, cold. And it was Ali Bongo, bless him, was the only guy that really sort of understood what we meant. Everybody else sort of looked at us like I'd just taken all my clothes off, and wondered why you're doing magic to somebody that can't see it. But he sort of knew and understood. Every year we'd go to him and he'd have a list of stuff that he'd tried and tested when he'd been to India and stuff. You might remember Ali Bongo as the funny old man with a hat. Beg your pardon? Yeah. Right, okay. Excuse me for waffling, because I do waffle. Hat. Yes, okay. Megan.
Yeah, I know you've been abroad to a conference.
Yes.
With Sense to do some magic as part of the conference with other deafblind people. What sort of feedback did you have from the deafblind people about that conference? The both of you.
Okay. Not just me, right? I'll waffle first, and then Fat Boy can have a go. Okay. Were, say, very clever. Me. They were saying me very clever. That's Jimmy's input. Yeah. I don't think, excuse the pun, but it was something they'd seen before. It was very new. Some of them, over half of them, had not experienced magic at all. Some had memories of it. It was quite scary for me, not only because you went on first wearing big pointy boots, but because all the deafblind people were from different countries and they signed differently. There was no communication with me at all, because I couldn't speak the lingo. What's it like? No, pointy boots, yes. There was no communication at all, so it was just me, them, and their hands on me on the magic.
Yeah.
So it was hoping that it wasn't just a fluke with Jimmy,
Yeah.
because he's my friend, and that it doesn't just work with Jimmy, and that it would work with other people, and it turned out to be universal, which was a bit of luck and really nice, because it was more people that we was creating access for.
Yeah.
I think it was Sergey is the one that I remember the most, because he, the bloke from Russia, and the nails through the matchbox trick.
Yeah.
I was there about an hour, and he was just holding it and thinking, and loved it, really loved it. Best £10 I ever spent that. Right, okay, next question.
You.
Mum, you. Your question. That's about right. Matt the delegator. You sit there, mate, you lazy sod.
Just amazing.
More. Are we doing more? What, tonight? Not tonight, we're not, because Jimmy's ready for bed, I think, although he's quite excited. Huh? Oh, yeah, we've got that. We will be doing extra stuff, because we've got more tricks sort of on the way that people have, since they've seen and found out what we're doing, people that make tricks, that have invented tricks, have been writing to us saying, would this work? And because of that, they've given us discounts, and so that's good. So we're going to be shortly putting an 8-foot ladder out of a briefcase, which is quite nice. Speechless. Has anyone got a pound coin? Just to cough it up. Do you want to explain, Claire, to Jimmy? When I started doing this with Jimmy, there was. Thank you very much. It's wonderful. I mean, you'll have it back. You'll have it back. Keep us in here. There was very little understanding from Jimmy what he felt was what was happening.
Yeah.
So it was real to him.
I was going to ask what the concept of magic.
It was quite difficult, and I showed him how things were done, but they just wouldn't register. Because why would they? A lot of it is, what's the word? Well, it's awkward to say really, but if there's things involved in a trick that shouldn't really be there, it's hard for him to comprehend that. Why is that there? Why does this do this? Why does that do that? But recently we did a gig in Exeter, which was the longest train journey I've ever done.
Yes.
Especially with him farting and eating egg sandwiches all the way down there. But when we did the show, one of the guys there asked what magic was to Jimmy, and Jimmy did this trick which he has made up. And although it's no David Copperfield floating in a perspex box, it shows me that he's now got an understanding of the whole perception of how it works, what we do, why we do certain things. So this is Jimmy's wonderful pound coin trick. Now, I suppose you're thinking the same as I was thinking. It's up your bum. That's what I said to him. Megan, say, is it up your bum? No. That's what I thought. And you can check if you want. You can come and check. Come and check. Come and check. That's it. Come and check. There we go. Yeah, come and check. Let's just tell you. That's it. So, meanwhile, don't put your finger up. You're not bowling. That's it. Meanwhile, she is a bit drunk.
Yeah.
So I said to him, is it up your bum? Well, thanks, there's £1 back. And if that has been up his bum, it's all yours now. Well, there we go. No, it wasn't up his bottom. It's somewhere different. But that tells me, thank God for that, it's magic. Yeah, it's magic. That tells me that he now understands the whole thing, which is good, because that's another step up. Meanwhile, is it just you in the audience tonight, or what?
Definitely.
Yes, okay.
How can, taking you aside,
Okay.
how can Jimmy share this with other deafblind or blind people?
Okay.
And does he want to do it on his own?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Why maybe?
Well, maybe some deafblind people maybe not like because they not know. I try teach them how to do it, but some deafblind people maybe it I try how them hands on. So
Mm.
do you mean you try teach maybe but they have problem understand? Yeah? Yeah, right, okay.
So you tried it with anyone at Rainbow Court?
It's quite amusing because that's exactly the same as he was when he started.
Hmm?
Have
Well,
you
yeah, but people he
tried
knows,
magic
friends
with
people he lives.
anyone you know? Jurassic Park noise 56. My dad. Yeah. Oh. What? This is new information. What trick? Don't think I want to know this. Pound wood in his mouth. Where's it gone? Out of his mouth. Quick, back. Right. Because Dad put £1 in mouth. Hide it. Yeah. Then pop out. Quick. Magic. Yes. Excellent. Thought I was bad. That was terrible. Yes, you've got a question. Okay,
My
you want to ask
question
him?
is,
with JJ and why?
Right, like three different ropes. Okay.
And then two.
Because bag. Do. Fat cow. One. About the one rope makes me happy. Yeah.
Very clever.
Good. That's good. That's an easy trick and quite cheap. Good man. That's always good.
Does Jimmy like to make people laugh and enjoy themselves?
Yeah, definitely. It's the showman in him. When we went to Denmark, said that a few times now, haven't we? I said to Jimmy on the way over, when was the last time you flew? And he said, it's when I did a ballet show in America. And it turns out that he used to do ballet. What? And he did a ballet show and he went to the States. Well, that's the truth, that's not a joke.
That's cool.
Yes, it's the truth. Can you ask him if that's true? Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. It's all happening now, look at that. Flashbacks to Finn Lizzie. Oh, look at it. Hey! Whoa! Yeah, very good. He remembers. Yeah, very good. Yeah. So there is an element of showman in him. It's not just me taking him out like a bear in the streets of Russia. There's that part of Jimmy that he likes. Yes, Simon?
Have you mentioned to Jimmy that there's a dance studio right next door?
Can you tell him that there's a dance studio? He used to go to dance. He used to go to dance at Goldhay.
Where's his dance studio?
The dance studio next door. But
yes, I've got video.
You've got, yeah, we got video. We did a video of him.